two teams looking to get in the first round, so turning their season around. Field led out by DCE, the $10 million man, and here comes Tiger Power, led out by Jake Trebojevic. Cannot believe both Trebojevic brothers are playing for Tiger Power. But it is what it is. There's Blake Ferguson and Tommy Trebojevic. So we're going to start with Jesus, what have you been doing, DCE? Look how dirty he is before the game's even started. Far out. Just running onto the field makes him dirty. That's how I got all my uniforms dirty, because I didn't stay on the field for very long when I was on there. Anyway, it's kicking off Super Saturday. DCE kicks it off. First hit up of the day goes to Dylan Napa. Hope you like this new camera. I tend to like it a bit better. I feel like we're a bit closer to the play. Now I have cracked open my first furphy for the game, so let's see how many games in before I finish my first six-pack. I'm going to post them up. That way it's not one big broadcast, and hopefully everybody gets involved for the absolute blockbuster a bit later on. Oh, Nicarima straight through off a kick. Proving to be a little difficult to bring down. Not usually a fullback, but clearly I don't have any other options. So Cody Nicarima gets a run back there. Yes, hopefully you're all... Oh, there he goes again. Nicarima continuing the run of form for fullbacks. As it turned out in the first round, of all the man of the matches, 2 were fullbacks, 4 were hookers. So a bit tongue-tied there. I did do my seashells by the seashore, and Peter Piper picks a peck of pickled peppers. Getting ready for this Super Saturday broadcast. But Farabarras versus Preckled Venus later on. Looking forward to that game. Hopefully everybody can join us, and there's a bit of banner that kicks off throughout the day. Now my phone has already started. No, nothing in the banner page. Okay, Luke Brooks, that's a good kick downfield, straight down the middle, and still finds grass. So that's a very good start. So we're 10 minutes in, the scores. Hopefully we've got a good one in stall. Finucane had a very strong first round, so did Fanua Blake actually. Unfortunately we did go down 12-4 to the Gronks, or to Valentine Holmes to be more precise. Hope you all enjoyed the round 1 wrap up. Starting after this round, where a new marketing ploy is to name the round wrap ups barbecue sessions with Paulie. Once again, we will get a few special guests as we go along, so stay tuned. Also today I expect we'll probably get a few special guests get to drop in throughout the day. I will set up a few parties. I see Cecil was online earlier, so shout out to Cecil. Can't remember who you've got to play later on today, but picked up a good win in round 1, so well done to Cecil. Tommy Trebojevic brought down about 32 metres out, attacking the Eagles line here. Corey Norman puts it down to be brought back by Nick Kotrick, sorry. Well, it's safe to say one thing the Eagles are lacking a little bit this year is pace. Pure pace. So
With momentum. Right, that's the third.
Might be something that the CEO needs to go and fix up for later on in the season.
That's the fourth.
So fourth tackle, they're really finding it tough to work their way out of. Oh, he's kicked it directly across field, hasn't even made it to the 50. Cody Walker. I mean, it was a bludger of a set of 6 anyway, and really not backed up here. And Jake Trbojevic throws an intercept to Dale Finucane. Oh, there's a bit of luck for the Eagles. Good break by Trbojevic. We got Bronson Cherry out there. I actually refer to him as Zeri because it is an X, but I'm reminded that it's actually Cherry, like Cherry Evans. So, speaking of the devil. So this is the second set of 6 where by the fourth tackle they've only just crossed the 50. Might be time to bring some fresh blood onto the field. Get that go-ahead move. And Nigarima again. His meters would be massive so far. Here we go, DCE. Oh, it's a bit of a bomb. Oh no! Dylan Walker goes straight through the line. Straight through. So
He's held there. Let him go. Let him go. Held two. Brooks. Held three. Back with me. Norman cutting out his team.
sorry guys, just sending a shout out to a mate of mine. I hope you have all seen too, we have got some outside of the Dominato Cup fanfare going on the page. Drive him out, come on. Nah, Ferguson too strong for Nicarima there. Stays in. Brought down on the last tackle, 30 metres out. So yeah, while we were doing the round wrap-up show, some people outside of the Dominato Cup group sent through some lovely messages of support. So we're building a fan base here. Still believe it was probably one of you guys, because there are a few references to stuff we've all talked about, and obviously stuff I've mentioned in the broadcast, but lovely stitch up if it is. Jennings makes a break on the first tackle. Get him out, take him out. Oh. Oh, he's nearly over here. Nearly over. Blake Brayley goes for... Did he get rolled over though? Let's have a look. He's gone up as a try. And that's because it is a try. Blake Brayley. Well, let's hope round one continues and the first try scorer eventually gets beaten at the end. Not a good omen for the Tigers, but they do go 4-0 up. Tiger power. First try scorers of Super Saturday through Blake Brayley. With a dart out of dummy half close to the line, powers his way over. Nofuluma taking a shot at goal and brought it around nicely. So Tiger Power with 30 minutes on the clock goes 6-0 up on Biguns Eagles. Alright. So it does look a bit wet. I think that it looked a bit like how it does outside. It started off a bit sunny and then has brought in a bit of rain. So art mimicking reality at the moment. Good to see. And as you can see, there's a solid crowd out at Campbelltown Stadium. They don't often get the football, so it's always good when the football is brought to town. As you can see, quite a few people. Clearly don't know that Centrelink's open in Liverpool today, so they've all gone out and watched the game at the field instead. Elliot Whitehead straight through the defence there. Some of the defensive decisions of the Eagles are questionable today. Felice Kafusi in the number 14. So Tiger Power have brought some fresh blood on. And And I think that's Soliola who's there, number 15 for the Eagles too. So we have got some fresh blood. Last tackle. Corey Norman puts it down to be taken by Jorge Tafua, who goes straight through the first line of defence. Not easy to pull down, Jorge Tafua. And look out if you're just taking a lazy hit up on the wing. He will make you pay. Bronson Cherry tackled with the ball. Oh, Joel Thompson goes through now. It's going to take a bit to get around Tom Trebojevic though in the back there. But their attack seems to be... Jared Wallace now goes through. He flicks it out the back. Marshall King's brought down with it. So on the 5th tackle, they're attacking the Tiger Power line. Can they get over? Walker puts it up. Well taken by Michael Jennings. Alright, so it looks like hopefully we can defend out this last set of 6 for the half. Scores are currently 6-0 to Tiger Power for the first game in Super Saturday. Once again, if you've only just joined in, what we'll do is we will broadcast each game live individually, and then I'll send it in the banner chat. Please keep an eye out for the absolute round 2 blockbuster, the Farabarras versus the Preckled Phoenix, coming to you a little later on this afternoon. There's the halftime hooter. Thank you, Vossi. Oh, go Kotrick, right on the half time. Well, there we go. That's the end of the first half, guys. 6-0 to Tiger Power over the Biguns Eagles.
Both teams really gave it everything. I'm looking forward to the second half. Yes, it's
A lot of pressure put on early when they had a bludger of a set of 6 to get out, and they've kicked it directly across the field. Luckily, Trebojevic, Jake, made a break and then flicked it to one of the Eagles players. Understandably, he's playing the maroon and white team. Probably thought it was one of his. But Nafo Luma is now starting off the second half as it goes out. Taken by Nicarima, throws it into the back of Jared Wallace, and what, oh, thank God for Ignatius Parsi, hey? Not the start of the second half the Eagles really were looking for. So let's see if they can turn it around a bit. Throws it into the back of Jared Wallace. Really? But I'm not going to bag Nicarima too much. He's making plenty of metres for the Eagles today. Has had a few darts straight through the middle of the defensive line. Now we'll probably have a bit of a 5 or 10 minute gap in between each game. And don't be afraid, shoot something to me. We'll get you involved in a game if you jump on. As I said, I saw Cecil's practicing his online skills earlier. So a shout out to Cecil. I see you online, son. Oh, Tommy Trebojevic. Good run. Brought down by Nicarima, about 36 out. And then Elliot Whitehead goes through. Good ankle tap by Nicarima. But he was caught in the marker position, so he's lucky. Oh! Another intercept taken. Good job, Marshall King. Oh, they're holding him down for days, sir. Been doing it all game. Angus Crichton gets in there. Oh, Ignatius Parsi having a bit of a Dave Taylor project run out wide. They brought him down though. 4th tackle. They're at the 30 metre line. Oh, Nigarima picked off there. So Dylan Walker on that side too. Blake Ferguson, good tackle. I think that's Joel Thompson in there making that tackle. Yes, it is. Great tackle. Would have been hard to pull down if he got through there. Luciano Leilua. Had a good start to the NRL season. Oh, what a shot. Was that Joel Thompson again? No, that's him bringing him down, so it was somebody else in the middle there. Hopefully we get plenty of shots in Super Saturday. He's booted that. Far out. Nigarima with some work to do. Brilliant comeback out of his in goal. Only made it to the 15, but that was a good job. Here's Ignatius Parsi again. And he gets the offload to Dale Finucane. Oh, it's the best offload so far, and it's dead set going to a lock. Once again, Biguns Eagles not filled with pace, but that would have been a perfect opportunity for a Nicarima or a Cody Walker to get on the end and possibly go the length there. Here's Cody Walker, speaking of. So we're last tackle, about 22 out from the line. What have the Eagles got here? Their kicking game is atrocious, which is surprising considering it is Daly Cherry Evans and Cody Walker in the halves. Might have to go into lockdown and send them down to the park and just start kicking. Oh, he stepped Kotrick there, but Nicarima, can he take him out? No! I'll tell you what, they've been floating with that sideline the whole game so far.
Surges forward in the tackle. Hard to handle. Across the paddock he goes.
There we go. Dylan Napa with a hit up. The outside backs of Tiger Power are strong, proving the last few games that they're not easy to bring down on a kick return. And kicks it through for Tommy. What a that is a special try. Absolute special, this one. Watch it again. Hopefully they've got the replay. Yeah, they do. Here they go. Corey Norman puts the grubber through. Tommy Trebojevic picks it up, and you're not stopping him from there. Too strong, too fast. Straight past Nicarima. Try time next to the posts, and you'd expect Tiger Power to go 12-0 up here with 22 minutes left on the clock. So, thanks to our sponsors, Sportsbet. If you had any money on Tiger Power, even if they lose from this point on, you will get paid out because your team scored 2 tries. Cleanest ball in rugby league history. Look at that. Hey, they must have the soap on the sideline like they did at Lotto Land in the NRL. Dunking the ball. Can't imagine it makes it easy to grab. But I just shout out to anybody who is watching live with us. Evie is up. Hello, Evie. We bumped into Ariel out at Dan Murphy's on the way. No problems, Frankie. When the Gronks play, we're going to see Adam Reynolds at number 7 and Mitchell Pearce come out of that game. So when the Gronks play, I've also got a few changes. I think that James wants to make for Aussie Tugboat as well. So I will make them changes as long as they're already in the squad. Any changes you want made, throw it on the chat and we'll check it out. Oh, go! George Tafua! He won't get run down now, surely. Look at this, Georgie Tafua under the posts. Big Jorge. And Biguns Eagles go on the board. Under the posts, so surely DCE pots it from there. Good step of his good mate Tom Trebojevic. And nobody can catch him from there. Jorge. Some of you may remember in the early stages of the Dominato Cup, Jorge Tafua, who was the leading try scorer, did cost me a brown paper bag to young Stewie. Jorge Tafua then went on to score, I think, a total of 1 try in his remaining 10 matches after leading the comp. So Sometimes, guys, you can put in for a trade, but your luck changes as soon as you get the player, as he did. Cost me a brown paper bag and then went on to do nothing for the rest of the season. So, we've got a game on our hands here, guys. 16 minutes to go. Tiger Power currently leading 12-6. Out here at Campbelltown Stadium, there's a robust crowd about. We're heading toward the athletic fields at the back there, just in case you wanted to get your bearings on the field. Oh, the Biguns Eagles making a few metres now. Hopefully that try is what they've needed to pick up now. Haven't played a bad game. A bit of a poor kicking performance in the first half. But overall have made metres. But the Tiger Power defence has been pretty strong. And they themselves, with a potent back three and a kick, very hard to bring down first time. Watch, here's Blake Ferguson. Oh, we've got another live viewer. Welcome to the game. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you're enjoying the live coverage. What a shot! That was a brilliant shot. Was that Fanua Blake putting that on too? If he turns around, I'll be able to tell you, depending on his number. In fact, that might have been, yeah, it was. That might have been the person who put the shot on before. Dylan Napa goes straight through the line. Fourth tackle, he gets him to the 50. Some much needed metres there. Nofor Luma brought down on the 40 metre line. Fifth tackle. Oh, Brooks. Yeah, Nick Kotrick beats the first defender and then is brought down by Luke Brooks. Nick Raymer through again. Can he get away from Tommy? No, he can't. Big size difference there. Tommy looking like Sean Lane. Nick Raymer looking like the average player in this game. Nicarima throws it out. DCE, he breaks through. DCE gives it back in. Wallace. They love to find Wallace once they've made a break in the middle of the field, don't they? Wallace or Finucane. Oh, Nicarima. Oh. No, Nicarima, he's gone down. That's a calf. I don't know if we've got anybody to replace him in fullback either. Cherry Evans puts the kick through. No. Picked up by Michael Jennings. Oh, and we got a third watcher. Welcome. Tommy. He's thrown it in. It's the third intercept of the game for the Eagles. Let's see if they can actually do something with it this time and tie this game up. Angus Crichton brought down. 11 out. On the edge of your seat kind of stuff. Jared Wallace again, see? Love to find Jared Wallace on an offload. I think this is going to be their final chance to try and do this. Here we go. Throws it out wide. Oh, he's been picked off. Last tackle. What have they got for us? He's put it up. Oh, it's off the post. Try time! Jeremy Marshall King under the posts. We're about to tie this up. Off the post, into his hands. Tommy didn't know what to do back there. What a game for Super Saturday, round 2 of the 2020 Dominato Cup. DCE from right in front is about to tie the game up with 2 minutes left on the clock. Get on the edge of your seats. Let's see. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm probably a little bit more confident considering DCE is here. If we do go into Golden Point, can pot a field goal, the kid, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see how this plays out. 2 minutes and the scores are all tied up. 12-all for the game 1 in Super Saturday. Heading toward the Wests Club here. You can see it in the background. I think they've changed the yellow colours now. Ignatius Parsi.
Held. Right, here's tackle one.
Oh, Fanua Blake.
He's held there.
Cops a falcon. Luckily it drops into his hands though. They don't need a mistake here. DCE through. Oh, that's the mistake we didn't need. That's the buzzer. We are headed for gold, the first Golden Point game of the year. Game 1 on Super Saturday.
Let the madness begin.
Let the madness begin, you old pommy bloke. Alright, DCE kicking off. We're going to need a strong defensive set here from the Eagles. Well, all payouts have been paid out for this game through Sportsbet. Both teams now have 2 tries. So once again, this is going to prove the point that if your team scores 2 tries, they're probably going to win the game. I mean, it's about to happen that way. Oh, Joel Thompson with a neck sprain. The Eagles aren't going to stay on the field here. That's a big loss too. Nicarima was a huge loss with a torn calf earlier. I don't know what it means in the competition if they get injured, whether they're out for the next game. So here we are, 30 out, right in front. Here's your opportunity for a field goal. Nah, he's going to put it down into the corner and make Kotrick work it out. Finucane goes straight through. Great hit up. That's what the Eagles need if they're going to get to the other end of the field here. I'd like to see Cody Walker doing a bit more. Ignatius Parsi gets them close to the 50, so still a bit of work to do. Crichton, another player I'd probably like to see a little bit more from, but Fanua Blake, I don't think he can kick it as far as this though. So we'll probably put this downfield, yeah, straight to Blake Ferguson. It might come down to who can force an error. Felice Kafusi. I don't think there's been many errors in this game so far. A couple of 3 intercepts from Tiger Power. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've had Paulie Mata join us online for extra. Oh, that's a knock on. Here we go. We're in extra time. Golden Point. The Eagles are attacking the line. They're 35 out with a scrum. I don't know how long this is going to, how long the half is. I think it's 5 minutes. Come on, boys. Straight at the posts. Oh, Nick Kotrick goes through. Hello, Paulie. Welcome to the broadcast. We're currently in Golden Point extra time.
What a game.
It's a brilliant game to start off Super Saturday. Third tackle, where's DCE? They're going to the wing again. Get to the middle of the field, boys. Sorry, I'm a bit excited here. Oh, Cody Walker pots it. And Biguns Eagles take game 1 of Super Saturday in Golden Point extra time. Cody Walker straight through the middle. What a game. What a way to start Super Saturday, Paulie.
Well, look, I'm not going to lie. This was a bit of a surprise. Like Tiger Power coming up against the Eagles there. And, well, I missed most of the game. But do you mind just taking me through? How did this actually end up in Golden Point?
Well, so what happened? Blake Brayley and Tom Trebojevic scored. So it was 6-0 at half time to Tiger Power. Tom Trebojevic came out in the second half and scored. With 20 minutes left on the clock, George Tafua made a long break and then scored next to the posts, which DCE was able to convert. And then with 3 minutes left on the clock, the Eagles were attacking the Tiger Power line. Cody Walker has put a bomb up. It has dead set hit the crossbar. left everybody in disarray, but Jeremy Marshall-King just happened to be standing in the in goal, ball lands in his hands, and all he had to do was drop and scores the try under the posts.
Well, it's pretty cool to see a hooker score when they're not on the corner.
I know. Didn't take long. Somebody went and found them out and paid up. Good time. So then we went into extra time, Golden Point extra time. I did call early that it's probably going to take a mistake from somebody, and lo and behold, a knock on by Tiger Power on the 35-metre line gave the Eagles the ball. Now it looked like they were playing to the sideline. Cannot comprehend their mentality there. Nick Kotrick did run down a bit, thrown the ball, and Cody Walker. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I was pretty confident having DCE in the team for Golden Point. He has got a very, very good track record, but like an early...
A lot of it's just about the misdirection, you know, like a good magician. You've just got to throw something out there, all eyes on DCE. Next thing you know, Cody Walker, just magic man.
Pots it and brings the end of Game 1 on Super Saturday to the end, and the Biguns Eagles win 13-12. So a good fight back.
And I believe the Sportsbet payout would have paid both teams here.
Mate, I tell you what, I did call that through the game. Very early on, they'd paid out the Tiger Power fans, and then the Eagles went and did it as well. Now, I've got it on the screen here, just before we finish up the broadcasting of Game 1. You want to have a crack at what number got the player of the match?
I've got to be a hooker.
Number 9, Jeremy Marshall-King. I think that was more picked up because he just knew where to stand at the right time.
Look, it's one of the most underrated skills in rugby league, just knowing where to stand.
Exactly. And funny enough, the top point scorer for the Tiger Power was number 9, Blake Brayley. So, and the next two, Tom Trebojevic and Cody Nikorima. So we keep following along this trend of hookers and fullbacks being the two players likely to pick up the player of the matches. I thought Cody Nikorima went down early. He's torn a calf muscle, so it'll be interesting to see if he'll be right for the next game. On top of that,
in the fantasy world, anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Matt Lodge did come back 3 weeks after an ACL-ending injury. And on top of that, Joel Thompson picked up a neck strain, so... we'll see how the competition works and if either one of them players is going to be out for the next game. But that is the end of game number 1, guys. Thank you for joining us in Extra Point, Paulie. Hopefully you can hang around for game number 2.
But just depending on my fan base here, whether or not I hang around for too much time. But so far, the Spectator seems to be going great.
Well, it's always good to have you drop in no matter when you can, so please feel free throughout the day to do that. And again, to everybody who is watching, whether it be live or via the broadcast, if at any point you do chime in, just shoot us something and we'll try and get you in on the broadcast to have a few words as well. Bring your best banter game. I will dump you from the broadcast if you don't bring anything to it. So... make sure you've built something up. Use the notes in your phone to record it. But as I said, guys, that is the end of Game 1 on Super Saturday. Biguns Eagles pull it out of their arse, coming back from behind to win 13-12 in Golden Point extra time. Thank you very much for joining us. Give us 5 or 10 minutes and we'll get on to Game 2. Anyway, take good care.
Thanks.
No problem.
At the end of the day, if you only...
No, that's exactly right. Alrighty, so we're in the